Brought to you by YourQuote, an app that makes you write and perform.
Dear male gaze that finds my period stains undesirable, indecent, and/or, but mostly and unattractive. I understand anatomy was your least favorite subject in school, so here is an anatomy lesson disguised as an art lesson for you because I hate you. I also pity you for believing that you understand art. There is an artist that lives right between my legs who still reveres in the most ancient of art forms, who has been painting since before any other artist learned how to hold a paintbrush. This artist has moments of sudden inspiration each month. It takes the colors most easily available and spills it all over the canvas. There is also a room full of colors called the uterus. It has every shade of red that the universe has the courage to manufacture, and we women pain when it sheds itself. It pains like our thighs are being crushed by piston rings crushing the strongest elements on earth. It pains like our stomach is a dead weight pulling us towards the ground so much the floor we stand on will tear open and swallow us whole into hellfire. But you see, every time we pain, we let go of something that was lying dead inside of us. Every time we pain, we hold up the sky a little higher to let the gods know that we have the muscle strength of Atlas and the power of letting go like Athena, that we don't measure pain against what we receive as compensation for the pain. Otherwise, dear men who mock women on social media for red stains on white skirts, your mothers wouldn't have kept your big heads inside your uterus for the you turned out to be. There's also something called the vagina, which spills blood like a Roman fountain in a deserted city. You know it too well. You have marveled at it as long as what is being spilled is not colored, is not disdainful, is not gross to your bigoted eyes. So let me tell you about the time my friends and I went to the beach and our vaginas synced up because that's what they do. Because one of us was bleeding and could not swim, which is to say we don't let our sisters, our daughters, our friends bleed alone. Which is to say we do not let them deal with bigotry alone. We are the waves hitting you back again and again and again until you and your stones become sand grains and submerge into us. We are the waves that have the strength to break boulders and the sensibility to leave sandcastles made by little girls on the beach alone. This is a poem for those little girls who cried the first time they saw a red underwear, who still cry every 28 days because they cannot wear their favorite white dresses to dinners and their pride to office meetings, who have been handed in black polythenes like a sanitary pad was more dangerous than guns, who have been told that they must be content because things are better now than they have ever been, who have been told that men in menstruation wasn't put there as a reminder of the patriarchal oppression, as a siren that rings every time you try to unhide a bodily function that was the reason of their existence. This is a poem for all the men who dismiss my emotional capacity to deal with things as their just PMSing. A message for you from Hermione would be, just because you have the emotional range of a teaspoon doesn't mean we all do. This is a poem about reclamation. This is a poem that will bring your male privilege to the ground. So count this as a political theory lesson 2, where you learn how oppressive regimes come to an end with a revolution. This is the start of a revolution. So, dear little girl who cried the first time she got her period, remember, the vastness of your blood is what they are afraid of. Blood that flows through the expanse of both your legs and flows down the street like hot melting mortar. Blood that has the wildness of a stag and the calmness of a moonlight. Let the male gaze know that you have protected it for far too long, and now the blood will speak for itself, will drown questions for itself, and you will bleed all over white bed sheets and car seats and stages if you have to. You will bleed and bleed and bleed and to say, dear male gaze, not anymore. Thank you.